Hello and welcome to today's cryptocurrency premiere video where I'm going to be talking about Razor Network. We'll take a look at the price of Razor. We'll also be talking about KeyFi, which is a project that has been on the radar for quite some time now, and I have discovered that some people in my Telegram group have told me about it, so I am pretty bullish on this project. I'm going to talk to you about it in a different video because I do plan to do a dedicated video sometime next week, but we'll take a quick glimpse at KeyFi before in this video. And finally, we'll talk about Acala Network, and as always, I will be in the live chat to answer any of your questions, be it about Chainx, be it about anything else. So I'm not actually going to talk about Chainx in today's video, but if you have questions in the live chat, please do ask them. Same with Darwinia or any other project on the Polkadot ecosystem, Moonbeam, etc. But let's kick it off with Razor Network so far. So now we can see the price is currently trading at 59 cents on average here. And what is Razor Network? I have done a dedicated review on Razor Network. It is an Oracle solution, just like Chainlink, just like Band Protocol, except they're actually partnered with Elrond and with Algorand as well. So they will be actually integrating this Oracle solution in Elrond. They'll be integrated in Algorand. They'll be integrating in Moonbeam as well on Polkadot. So they are integrating into a number of them. Actually, even on Matic. Matic Network is also going to be integrating Razor. So Razor is one of these that is still pretty much under the radar. I think some of the concerns with Razor, like I said in that review video that I did, was in relation to the huge difference in price between the private sale price and the listing price on the exchanges. But nevertheless, it's been doing significantly well, right? Considering what's to come when they do the first unlock. And again, we are in a bull market, so unlocks don't always mean a humongous price dump, but we will very likely see some sort of price dump when the unlock happens, because if you're a private investor and you got in at like say 1 cent, I think it was 1.5 cents, I can't remember off the top of my head, but the gap was humongous compared to the price that it's at now. So yeah, if you're a private investor getting in at 1 cent, would you not sell if you saw this at 57 cents? I mean, come on, of course you would, right? It's common sense, you're making a humongous profit. But nevertheless here, the price has been doing pretty good. So we had, like, if we go even further out here and we look at the wider time frame on the 4 hour, it dropped as low as 29.1 cents, as you can see here, back at the end of February. Then we had a few pops to 56. 50 seems to be like quite good support and resistance at the same time, but it got broken. And we can see here that we've moved sideways for quite a bit here. We had these huge pops because the supply is quite low at the moment. And we had this yesterday, which was very good, right? 74.8 cents. And you can see people were selling here. There was huge selling pressure on the pullback. But now we've gone up again. And now we're on the pullback once again. And we could expect this to break out even further here, because at the end of the day, it is doing pretty well. I mean, we're above the last pop here. We managed to break that. So if we manage to go further up now and bounce off this moving average, we could potentially see 85 cents or even higher. But it all depends on the news and what they've got to come, right? And we will be talking about the news that they've posted here on their Twitter page. But first, let's hear from today's channel sponsor. I'd like to thank them very much for sponsoring this video. That's PrimeXBT Exchange. Let's hear from them and then we'll get back. This video has been sponsored by PrimeXBT, a cryptocurrency CFD and forex trading platform that allows you to trade professionally using leverage. Their special feature with one-click trading allows you to place trades instantly without the worry of the price changing too fast. Aside from that, you can also take advantage of other professional trader strategies by using the integrated co-vesting platform. Set up your technical analysis charts by using their analysis feature, and consider their refer a friend promotion with a tiered reward system to maximize your returns when your friends trade. If you're interested to set up an account, check the description of the video in the exchange deals section, which will take you to my website to get the special offer from PrimeXBT of 50% of your deposit as a bonus by using my promo code CRYPTOS50. Also, check out the dedicated tutorial on PrimeXBT from the top right hand corner of the screen. Thank you for watching that. So now let's get back into the news from Razor Network here. So we can see that Razor Network have had a lot of AMAs, right? Starting from February all the way up till now. Like, they've just been crushing it at AMAs. They're trying to build partnerships. They're trying to spread the word. You know, they're trying to get more communities to join Razor Network at the end of the day, because it's all about connecting those Oracle solutions to all these different projects, right? It's all about that. and we can see that they're actually partnered with quite a few of them. Here we can see they've got a strong relationship with Paid as well, and again there was some FUD with Paid. There was also some FUD with Mantra DAO, but they have explained why. This is basically the links that they've had with one of these projects back in the past, or with this company that they've had back in the past, and they had to come out and explain to the community what is going on there. Yeah, I mean they've been doing very well. I mean they got listed on Binance, and as you've seen, the price has been doing significantly good. And it is what it is, right? We're just waiting for these other projects on Substrate to get listed, right? We still haven't seen Ring there, we still haven't seen Katon there, we haven't seen PCX there. I do think that the ones that have an ERC20 token are more likely to get listed on Binance, but you know, it is what it is. So could we potentially see Razer on Binance? It is very possible, right? They are an ERC20 at the end of the day. It's an Oracle solution. So if they have the right relationship, if they talk to the right people, they could possibly get listed there. So we've seen all these different AMAs. Like I said, again, just a reminder here that they will be integrated with Elrond, with Elrond's blockchain. So they're just reiterating here how they're going to be providing price feeds to the Elrond network to use within DeFi products and deliver data from Elrond smart contracts to other blockchains. So again, Razer are building and they're developing. So that's what I'm saying here. They're just trying to spread the word with all these AMAs. Look, on the 2nd of March, they had another one. What else? They had more. Just give me a moment. Where did we see that? This was on the 2nd of March with Scale. Where else? Another one. This was on the 3rd of March. It was an announcement. Okay. Razer and Router. Razer is collaborating with Router Protocol, Galaxy Farm's unique staking product on OX Polygon, with competitive APYs to farm 6 projects on staking Razer. This was on the 9th of March at 7 p.m. So $30,000 rewards in Razer. So yeah, I mean, these guys are just basically crushing it here. As you can see, they're just constantly pushing updates with AMAs. More AMAs here. This is on the 9th of March with Galaxy Farm, the one that I was telling you about earlier. What else do we have? Another partner, Ambi, to provide secure and verified environmental intelligence data from Ambi's API to blockchain applications and users. What else do we have? I've got more here. Razer and Router. That is a huge APY here, 507%. Something's going on here. Maybe because it's yield farming, and with yield farming, it's like that. It's going to bring a lot of return, but it's also risky, because if something happens to that smart contract, then you can lose your crypto that way. Now, 12th of March, another AMA on Galaxy Farm, stake 1, farm all. So yeah, I mean, they're just crushing it with AMAs here. As you can see, there's constant AMAs. We could possibly see even more AMAs throughout March. But nevertheless, I mean, the price is holding okay considering all these AMAs are happening. But what we would really want to see is obviously development, obviously integrations. We want to see some announcement on a successful integration, and we also want to see exchange listings, because at the end of the day, the community wants to see the price go up, because if the price goes up, the community is happy, and if the community is happy, they tell other people join, more people buy, and so on. It's this vicious cycle, and this is how a project then expands. They develop more, they integrate into more blockchains, into more products, and so on. So yeah, great job from Razer Network. I mean, they're just spreading the word right now. They're in that stage where they're trying their best, but we have to see the exchange listings. We have to see the real integrations as well. So we'll have to keep an eye out and see how they're progressing from that aspect. Of course, as soon as we get some big news with Razer, I will be covering it, because I do keep an eye out on this. As you know, I do like Razer Network. I'm just a bit concerned about what's going to happen when the private sale buyers are going to get their first unlock, because you should be worried too, right? Now let's move on here and talk about KeyFi. Now this is one of these gems that I'm super hyped on. I'm not going to talk about it too much in this video. I'm saving this for next week because I really want to do a dedicated review on this to go through it in depth and to talk to you about it. But obviously I'm going to try and summarize it so I don't spend too much time on it because I don't want to bore you. I'm going to try and make it maybe 10 minutes long or so. So I'm going to try and extract the most important information from this project and basically do that dedicated video. Now they are an ERC20 token, just to keep things short. They will be looking at building on Binance Smart Chain. Well, they're already doing that, but they have to announce when they're going to go live with Binance Smart Chain, which means that there's going to be an equivalent of KeyFi, which is the ticker symbol on ERC20 at the moment. It's going to be on BSC, on Binance Smart Chain, and as you know, the fees are much less on Binance Smart Chain. And the biggest one is that they want to be a parachain on Polkadot. So you know this channel is very hyped on Polkadot. You probably follow Polkadot Eco, and anyone joining Polkadot Eco is getting a video from me. Let's just say that, right? Because I'm super hyped about that. So yes, I can't wait to talk about these guys next week. I'm gonna do a dedicated video. But yeah, the price has been doing pretty well. I mean, 186 here. The lowest we've seen it at was like 70 cents. It went to like over $3. So it's still one of these gems that still has a lot of room to grow. If you look at the market cap, there's like 500,000 in circulation based on what they're saying in the Telegram group. And the total supply is 10 million. So if you think about that, it's like really, really good. And again, you can copy the smart contract address, go to etherscan.io, paste it and check out the total supply there, and you can see all the top wallets that are holding KeyFi and so on. But basically these guys are linked to Self-Key, which is the identity solution that has been around for a long time, since the bear market of 2018. Self-Key with the ticker symbol Key are on Binance. KeyFi are not on Binance yet, but KeyFi and Binance are actually hosting an airdrop of KeyFi to key holders. And what does that tell you? There is a slight chance, and I'm not saying this is definitely going to happen because Binance have held airdrops on their exchange before, but they have not made the tokens tradable. But there is a slight chance that when KeyFi go to Binance Smart Chain, and this could happen any week now, there is a chance that they could get listed on Binance centralized exchange in the innovation zone. And if that does happen, then you know what that's going to do to the price. So there are a few of them that we've got our eyes on at the moment. We know that Fizz from Staffy has been on has gotten listed on Binance Innovation Zone. We could expect Ring and Katon to get listed, or maybe even Ring, not Katon, who knows. But we could also expect KeyFi because they're helping Binance Smart Chain, and any help from Binance Smart Chain is going to get pretty much listed, right? Again, just speculation from my side. I'm just assuming that this is going to happen, but they're definitely going to be available. There is an asset on the exchange for you to receive that airdrop, right? Even if it's not going to be tradable, that's definitely for sure. Also, Binance Smart Chain is for sure, and also partaking in a parachain auction is for sure. But we'll talk about that when I do the dedicated review. So to move on here and talk about Acala Network, my favorite project, or one of my favorite projects within the Polkadot ecosystem. Of course, we've got Polkadot, which is the king, then Kusama, the wild cousin, the experimental network, which is growing to build on its own, and it's going to be its own ecosystem, and parachains are going to be building on Kusama. Of course, we've got Acala here, which is going to be the most hyped DeFi that's going to be launching, and I do think that Acala are going to be the first to bond to a parachain. There's no doubt in my mind. I would be very surprised if somebody else wins the parachain auction on the very first launch, when they actually start the parachain auctions on Polkadot. But we do have to see what happens on Kusama, because the Kusama ones are meant to happen this month. If they don't delay them to April, let's hope they don't delay them, because we want to see them this month so that every parachain has their shot, right? Because we have to wait around 2 weeks for these parachain auctions. So one parachain is going to bond around every 2 weeks. So I do think that Karura also have a shot, but I'm not too sure if Karura are going to make it in the first shot. Maybe so, I don't know. But I do think Acala are going to make it in the first one with Polkadot, just because there's just so much hype around Acala. Acala are going to get listed on Binance. I have no doubt about that. They've actually held an AMA on Binance. So Binance are super hyped about Acala. They know what's coming. And yes, of course, they want to list Acala. They want to list Acala, I'm pretty sure. Hydra DX. I've spoken about Hydra DX, a cross-chain liquidity protocol, and Acala have successfully completed a cross-chain token transfer on Polkadot testnet using XCMP. Hydra DX is now composable with Acala. So have a look at this if you're interested. Let's actually open this. Let's see how does this look. So here we go. So this is on the cross-chain section We've got the bridge, Bitcoin, Ethereum. We've got inter-Polkadot transfer between Acala and Hydra DX here. So that's very good. And again, this is Beth's wallet here. Beth is one of the co-founders of Acala Network. She's actually meant to answer some questions for me. I've actually submitted a number of questions for the community on Acala Network and what they've got coming. And if they answer those questions, apparently they're very busy now. They just don't have time for an interview anymore. But because they're close to launch, and they have to have all hands on deck. But if she answers my question, I will be doing a video where I'm going to answer those questions. Well, I'm going to tell you the questions I've asked, and I'm going to answer them as well. Well, answer their response basically. And yeah, I'm super hyped about getting those answers because some of those questions that I've asked them are also related to Chainx, and as you know, I'm super hyped on Chainx. I'm probably the most bullish on Chainx, maybe more than I should be, although Acala is really my favorite deep down. It's just that, Acala is not tradable yet. You cannot actually hold a bag of Acala. But yeah, I mean, we're all able to get a small airdrop of Acala back in August 2020 when they had the Acala Mandala Festival. So yeah, I also took part in that festival. I actually did a tutorial. Some people have took part in the trading competition. Some people have created some stickers for Acala and so on, and people have had their airdrop. So a lot of people actually got the airdrop. It's just not that much as you think, right? It's maybe 10 ACA and 10 KOR, so they all got like an equal amount of KOR as they got ACA when they partook in that festival. Now, they were on Blockchain Brad's channel, so do check out this interview. I watched this whole interview. It's actually very good. It is over an hour long, but it's well worth it because you will get to understand more about Acala and you'll realize the super huge hype with Acala Network when they finally launch. And of course, they will have competition, but they're part of the council of Polkadot. They've got a lot of DOT, right? So you got to think about it. They're getting full support from Polkadot. If Acala don't make it, who's going to make it, right? That's my question. And yeah, they're just reiterating here about Hydra DX. What else do we have here? Acala is the badass builder, DeFi hub, stablecoin and liquidity staking platform. We already know that. 200,000 lines of Rust. Apparently Rust is a very difficult programming language to learn. It's even more difficult than C++, which is also difficult. They innovate and do things differently. 50,000 new accounts. Cool team. US, China, New Zealand and EU. And they're hiring Solidity engineers. They're hiring Solidity engineers because they will be creating that virtual machine bridge to Ethereum, as you know. So that's why they need Solidity. Because you need Solidity to develop on Ethereum. Now, on the 11th of March, they've actually had an AMA here, or not an AMA, but it was more of a panel discussing their different projects, right? We have Injective Protocol here, we have Moonbeam, Acala Network, and Parity. Injective Protocol is one I need to take a look at. I'm not even sure if they have a token or if they're gonna have a token. I have heard of it before, but I've never actually looked into it, so that's just something it just reminded me now to have a look at it. What else do we have here? What else do we have? Polkadot ecosystem, what to expect on Parachain's launch. Bridges, Parachain auctions, United Nations of blockchains, and so on. So this is just a podcast. Wow, Acala submitted a proposal to Compound's forum to support Compound Chain by building a starport on Acala as a gateway to Polkadot. We aim to enable DOT and tokenized staked DOT, LDOT as new collaterals and bring cash to Acala Polkadot. Feedback is welcome. Also Clubhouse, I know I've been invited to this as well. I actually, this person here, Alex Hatum, actually sent me multiple emails inviting me to Clubhouse, and I have downloaded the app, but I haven't actually joined. I initially thought it was a scam. I wasn't sure if it's real, but when I discovered that all these people are actually joined, like Dan Reeser is joining from Acala and Kusama, also Beth is joining from Acala, so a lot of people have been in the Clubhouse group, the Polkadot group, where it's basically audio only, where you just where they have like an AMA and they just discuss things like what's going on with Acala, what's going on with Kusama, with Polkadot, basically just educating material there. Now Acala, the DeFi hub of Polkadot. So this is how it's going to be. And I really like these diagrams because this just shows us how it's going to be, right? We've got Acala in the middle here. We've got Kilt, the identity protocol. We've got Crust, the storage solution. Centrifuge, I have not covered yet. I meant to cover this, but it's very hard to get a hold of some Centrifuge tokens because the only way you could actually do so was if you were mining, I believe, or if you're setting up a node. No, not if you're mining, my bad. If you are setting up a node to validate transactions, then you could actually get rewarded some Centrifuge. So that's how you could. And also if you had set up a GitHub page, you'd get like 1 Centrifuge as well. Hydra DX, we already know the liquidity protocol. A Laminar, we know that this is a decentralized leverage trading exchange using your wallet directly, using your Polkadot wallet. Again, it's linked to Acala. I've done a dedicated tutorial on Laminar. You can actually transfer your funds from Acala to Laminar to be able to trade. I took part in their trading competition as well. I didn't do too well at the time. I used leverage trading as well on the DEX just to test it out. Darwinia, you all know what this is, the bridge for NFTs and also for other assets from Ethereum. It's going to start with Ethereum and then other blockchains to move them over to Polkadot and also connect to Acala. Plasm, substrate-based. Moonbeam, substrate-based. Fala is a data privacy network. Interlay is the bridge. Polka BTC are part of Interlay, but they don't have a token. Snowfork, I have not covered Snowfork. This is on my to-do list as well. But yeah, very hyped about all of these, right? I think they're all gonna do well. It's just a shame that we're not seeing Chainx. Like what I'm seeing is that Chainx are kind of like working on the side, even though they were one of the first to assist Polkadot and to develop on Polkadot. And they were on the old substrate version, and that's why they had this upgrade to the new substrate version. But it's just a shame that we're not seeing Chainx get close to Acala, even though they're actually integrating XBTC in Acala. And this is one of the questions that I've asked the Acala team, and I really hope I get an answer to that, is how are they planning to work with Chainx? Please tell us, please, because if they tell us, then I'm going to be even more bullish on Chainx, right? But I do have a bit of a concern, a bit of a worry, just the fact that I'm not seeing Chainx here in this happy family tree of Acala Network and Polkadot. I'm always seeing Interlay. Interlay don't have a token, but again, they are getting their full support from Polkadot and Gavin Wood. Ren are not getting any support because Ren are kind of on the side. Ren are not only focusing on Polkadot, but Chainx should definitely get some love, and I don't understand why they're not getting the love they need. And yeah, this is pretty much it. There isn't anything else to cover here. So if you want to take a deep dive into one of Polkadot's parachains on CoinMarketCap, you can do so here. Apparently these guys have written an article here. I haven't read it, but do check it out if you're interested to learn more about Acala. But I did do a video myself as well on Acala Network. So yeah, this is it from today's video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Please don't forget to hit the like. Take care. Bye bye.